The purpose of this video is to discuss and demonstrate the following fluency enhancing techniques. These include light contacts, freezing, continuous phonation or prolonged speech, and cancellations. The first technique is light contacts. The purpose of this technique is to reduce articulatory tension in moments of stuttering. This is commonly used with hard contacts, which occurs due to the anticipation of stuttering on a sound or word. The anticipation often brings the articulators together with a lot of tension, creating this hard contact. The light contacts are used at the initial plosive consonants or hard contacts to reduce tension by articulating the sound with as little tension as possible, with the person who stutters approximating their vocal folds as easily as they can with the least amount of tension. An example of this technique could be used with a person who has a repetition on the word books. I enjoy reading books. In this case, the client would use less tension on the B in books. I enjoy reading books. Again, I enjoy reading books. Another example of this with the word cats. I like cats. With the light contacts, they would try to use as little tension as possible on the k in cats. I like cats. Again, I like cats. In this example, the client uses the least amount of effort on the B in books and the C in cats. The second technique is freezing. The purpose of this technique is to desensitize the moment of stuttering and increase awareness of how and where they stutter. This repeated exposure of stuttering makes the person with stuttering more comfortable with their stutter and can increase their confidence in conversation. Freezing is used when a moment of stuttering occurs. The client is asked to hold the stutter by the clinician signal with the hand held up and held out until the clinician puts their hand down, indicating a release. An example of this technique is, hello, my name is Becca. Again, hello, my name is Becca. In this example, the client holds the stutter on the B in Becca. This is held out until the clinician indicates a release by the hand being lowered. The third technique is continuous phonation or prolonged speech. The purpose of this technique is to increase fluency of a production. This is done by connecting every sound and syllable together. The client reduces intonation, articulatory pressure, and rate. The vocal cords vibrate in a slow, steady flow that is prolonged. This leads to an increase of continuity and airflow, which allows the client to control their articulators. This is done in a hierarchy, beginning with more unnatural sounding speech due to the reduction of intonation, articulatory pressure, and rate. It begins with short phrases that then leads to an increase of phrase length and naturalness of speech as the client becomes more proficient. An example of this is, I see a cat. I see a dog. I think I see a cat and dog outside. Again, they're increasing the length of their phrase and naturalness of speech. I see a cat. I see a cat and dog. I think I see a cat and dog outside. In this example, the client gradually increases the length of the phrase and naturalness of speech, which is increasing the intonation, articulatory pressure, and rate. The last technique is cancellation. The purpose of this is to decrease the amount of tension when producing the stuttered word. The client repeats the word after a stuttering event has occurred. The client waits a few seconds, then repeats the word with less tension, which can use the techniques of easy onset and light contacts. My name is Becca. Becca. Again, my name is Here the client waits a few moments before repeating the stuttered word, Becca.